increasing significantly. Some personally stopped having multiple partners after participating in the project.
The impact of HIV intervention is that people are changing the way they do things. For example, they use condoms. Every day they have sex because of we educate them about changing their behavior of having sex without condoms.
Now, as traditional leaders and also as parents, we found out that we need to use, I think I must call it straight the way it is. We think that if you want to have sex with your wife or you want to have sex with your girlfriend, maybe you're not married, you must always use condom. And condom is a good protection from getting HIV and AIDS.
Truly speaking, the behavior of our students changed. We had received many cases of STIs from the clinic. Through visiting the clinic, the local clinic for the college, the statistics had reduced. Also, condom uptake had increased. Also, case of pregnancy and the case of abortion were things of the past because of this program.
I had a boyfriend who was a married man. This program enlightened me, and I have now stopped having relationships with married men. Young people are at risk of new HIV infections. SAFAIDS partnered with SAfAIDS and implemented the Changing the Rivers Flow program in tertiary institutions. The program was of great impact to the youth in terms of behavior change.
When I came here at school, I was married, and when I got here, I kind of like I had some girlfriends here at the school. So from this project, I realized that having multiple concurrent partners will lead you to having the danger or the exposure to HIV and AIDS. So I benefited a lot from this program, that I don't have to do that. I have to be faithful to my wife at home. That's how I most benefited.
The young people have actually realized that there is great linkages between culture, HIV and AIDS, women's rights and gender-based violence. And they have started taking strides in making change or changing the situation, even some cultural practices that they realize that are negative cultural practices that actually increase the spread of HIV.
Strategies that were used under the Changing the Rivers Flow program included engaging leadership, trainings, material production, cultural dialogues and community galas. So what is it about the Changing the Rivers Flow program that made it a success?
What makes the Changing the Rivers Flow program a success is that it was addressing the everyday issues that were not taken seriously, yet they were a problem in the communities. The issue of gender-based violence and the issue of culture. We as Swazis were just like a cultural country, so most of the cultures were like perpetrating the abuse and also HIV infections. So when the program came, we were able to talk about it, we were able to have dialogues about it, and then people realized that some of the things that we're doing were just like abusing unknowingly in the name of culture.
Vivian, young as she is, pioneering an initiative of this nature, convincing men. You could never get that culturally. All issues, all initiatives, a man initiates, not a woman. For me, having seen these indunas believing in me as a woman, I changed the river's flow.
The major challenge faced by implementers of the project is the fact that they could not reach as many communities as they would have wanted. With such a need, what's next for the program?
We can't stop. This needs to be clear. We have only started. We have only reached the small pockets of communities. if this is going to have an effect, you need to reach a critical mass of communities. You need to reach more people. An organization like SAfAIDS cannot reach all the communities. You have to continue to empower the people that are on the ground. And so we have moved now to focusing on the traditional leaders. These are the custodians of culture. We are now training them, giving them skills so that they can go into their own communities, sensitize their own communities, and begin the processes of change. And that's what they are now doing. They are very excited about it. They are ready to do it. We are only supporting them. And I have no doubt that within a few years, we will have a revolution in Southern Africa.
Emasi, guagafunisi especi.